not always easy. So I'm very proud of how his development is getting there. He's just he's a tough kid. He's a great kid. He's a hard worker.
See that number one you guys have been looking for in the last couple seasons?
I mean, so far, I haven't given up on anybody. I want Jamal to play a bigger role. I want him to come in and continue to develop. But Kevin, gives you a confidence that he's going to run the team and he's going to play defense and he's going to knock in shots. He's pretty fearless shooting the ball. He's one of our best three-point shooters. I think he always wants the ball, and I don't mean this in a pressure way, but he has a little bit of the OMV to him in terms of the toughness part, and he's got a lot of savvy about him, and he doesn't hesitate at all knocking in a big shot, and that's something I like about him as well.
Do you feel like this was the best game you guys have played this year?
I don't know if I'd say that. I think we played a really good 36 minutes against VCU, and I don't know if this is the best game. I know we finished it out. I know some guys were tired down the stretch. You go into today and we're missing TJ and Kenny, two guys, potential starters. You got Caden out. So we're facing some adversity and we're dealing with it. It's not always easy, but we're learning lessons on the job. We're still got guys out there at times to end the game. I think 4 freshmen, and they're learning how to finish a game out. So tonight they finished a game out, and that's what I think was important about tonight. You got to have some confidence in what you're doing and how you're doing it, and nothing does better for your confidence than a win. So I don't know if it was the most complete game, to be honest.
Were you pleased with how you closed, or were you a little disappointed that you let up there in the end?
I didn't feel like we were going to lose the game, and I think there were a lot of learning lessons, actually to finish the game out that we could probably get better at. Of course, you're disappointed you turned the ball over so much, and some of the decisions, clock management, from the 4-minute mark under, you got to be thinking clock with a 10-point lead, and a couple times we took a quick shot. We turned it over against their pressure late. Those are things we can learn from. So, we had 15 turnovers in the last 30 possessions. Now, you flip the side, and the positive is we made 24 of 28 free throws down the stretch, and that's important. And we had not been making free throws at that good a rate. So there's some positives, some negatives, a lot of things to learn from.
Let's talk about just being able to come back and get a win after 3 or 4 losses in a row. Just get that win, and you talked the other day just about how a win can build momentum like that, and it's a mentality thing. I guess talk about just getting a win like that.
I think it's important. You have to win, and you have to beat quality teams. We've been playing quality teams, and it's going to help us get better. It's going to help everyone on the team get stronger. Not only the teams we're playing, but the guys being out and other guys having to play minutes and step up, and that's going to help us get better over time. But a win does a lot for you with your confidence, and we still have a lot to learn even in a win. But I'd much rather take the close win than a close loss, and because of the confidence factor, I think that's probably the biggest thing, and especially for these guys that are new players at this level.
That team was pretty experienced as far as guys coming back. They had a lot of upperclassmen, I guess. Does that mean anything to you that a young team can beat a team with that many upperclassmen?
Well, I think what you can point to there with our team is how they never stop playing, and they made plays down the stretch, and that's a veteran team not giving up. I mean, they're down 8-10 points, and they could have put their heads down, but they didn't. They made plays, and that's something to learn from. I think how they finished the game, and I've known their coach forever since I was an assistant coach at Clemson. He was an assistant under John Kress, so I have a lot of respect for him and his program. So I didn't expect anything differently down the stretch by his team.
And end of the first half, you guys went on a nice run. That had to be impressive, right?
Yeah, we had finished the half right. We defended and rebounded a little bit better. We started getting the ball moving on offense and punching it in. So, things we didn't start the game great, but we came back and then finished the half. It's very, very good momentum. Actually, their coach said that after the game. He thought the momentum at the end of the half was important. So, once again, it's a confidence game. It's a confidence game. We've been on the other end this year. We've let teams, really gain some confidence going into the half, and that has to be us. Got to start games good. You got to finish the half. You got to finish the game. So everything that we can look at and learn from.
George had his best game tonight. Did you feel like the jitters and just whatever was, kind of having him, are finally gone?
I told him before the game alone that I wanted him to have a breakout game, and I told him the jitters are gone. You're not a freshman anymore. You got to start acting like it. I want you to demand the ball. Continue to slow down. He gets in a rush, as you see sometimes with his footwork, and he just got to get. We got to get good spacing for him so he has room to operate, because he has really good skills. He's so big. He's got good hands. He can really score the basketball. Now we have to put him in position with good spacing where he can take his time and make good moves, and he did a good amount of that tonight. Down the stretch, he wanted the ball. I think he got tired a little bit, so he's going to make some mistakes, and that's understandable. But I'm excited that he made that jump and made some good plays for himself, for his own confidence.
Tang, not really known as a prolific scorer, comes out tonight with 17, 15 in the first half. Even stepped back and hit a 3. I guess talk about his performance. Usually he's more of a shot blocker, rebounder type guy. I guess how nice is it to have that kind of an offensive spurt from him?
Well, he's skilled. He's skilled. He did a good job finishing at the rim a couple times. A lot of times because he's so long and thin. A lot of times he gets pushed under the rim, but he finished a couple times tonight. Shot another 3. I never thought I'd see another one after Arkansas Little Rock last year. But he's confident shooting the ball. I mean, he can really shoot. When he's open, I want him to shoot the basketball. But he is defensively, he's got to get better. I think teams, there's no question that Southeast Louisiana looked at the VCU tape and they said we're going to go right after him in ball screen offense in the post. He can block shots. So he has a tendency to just stay behind and think he's going to block everything, and that's just not the case at this level. And he's got to keep getting better defensively. But when he's good on offense, it doesn't surprise me because he is very skilled.
I know a big thing you guys have been working on with him is his aggressiveness. Do you feel like he's developing in that area?
I think so. I think the team is confident throwing the ball into him because he's so long. I think they understand, and he's a good passer. I think they understand if they get the ball into him and they double team him that they're going to get the ball back. So the team has confidence in him. I think he knows we have confidence in him. He is being aggressive. I want to see him more aggressive on the defensive end and rebounding the basketball.
I think you guys have found yourself your front court duo with Tang and George?
It's part of it. I think everybody brings different things to the team. Okaro's an energy guy that can do a lot of the intangibles that we need. Tonight he was a little off, and I think he's going to bounce back on Thursday. Obviously Kenny's out right now. Vinny Zolo's still learning. He's coming in, he's hustling, he's learning. He made some good passes today. He gives you another skilled post, but we're settling into a rotation a little bit. I think you can see it a little bit.
What's the seriousness of, I guess, Kenny and TJ's injuries? I know it looks like TJ hurt his knee a little bit the other night, but I didn't know how serious it was. They're both obviously out tonight, so I guess what's the seriousness of their injuries?
Well, from what I know, from up to the beginning of the game, TJ has a deep thigh bruise, and it just wouldn't loosen up. He got it the other day in the VCU game, so he just couldn't loosen up, couldn't run today, so he was out. And Kenny, we're not quite sure exactly what it is. He had some chest pains, he had some shortness of breath the last game, and we've been trying to make sure that he's healthy. The doctors are all over it. We've done, tests to make sure it's not a heart-related issue, and now it's a process of kind of eliminating other things. He's still having some stomach pain and some chest pain, so we just want to be on the safe side for sure. And our group is doing a great job.
All right, is that everything, guys? All right, thank you.